gon' settle in the groove.
Dialogue like velvet, see the wisdom as it moves. Threading coming round through the tapestry of sound. Casual combo circulates the globe, every voice in view renowned. Balancing the ledger, counting feelings in the sense. Elevating indie dreams, spotlighting each sentence. Bridging worlds with empathy, fluent in the truth. Finance to family, to mental health pursuits. No echo chamber, just reflections in the glass. Connecting dots from present pains to futures built to last. Every episode is cipher unity and subtle blends. Cocos in the rhythm, universal in the end.
Having that casual convo so you don't have to have the tough combo.
Let's start the show.
Hello, welcome to the Casual Convo, where we have conversations about topics that affect the communities, personal and business relationships. We always have the casual convo, so you don't have to have the tough convo. I am your host, Coco, and joining me is the mayor of Asheville, Mr. Paul More Than You Can See King.
Good evening.
And also, even though we got her icon up because she's fussing at her dogs, the Jude, the defendant, one of Baltimore's most creative and one of the best artists in Baltimore.
Hey,
Y'all
y'all.
got forward. So, guys, how are y'all?
I'm doing pretty good today. No complaints. I could complain, but I'm not going to complain. It's been an all right day. Could have been worse, but it's been all right.
All right. You want to do the, y'all want to start with the mental health check-in? I go first. Mental health check-in for the day. Whew. I'm gonna say mine on overload a little bit, but I think I'm managing it well. I'm gonna say that. It could be worse, but I'm okay. I'm not letting it get to me.
Usually my mental health is okay, is I don't know. But yeah, today I'm sick of people. Customer service wise. And yeah, we'll talk about that a little more in a minute. But yeah. Other than that, I'm smiling. I'm here. You know. Happy Black History Month.
I basically told you how my mental was during the introduction. So basically, like I said, I'm just even killed today. I'm gonna leave it like that because I could, like I said, it could be worse. Then it could be better. I mean, shit. Let's do what we do.
Makes sense. Okay, so I don't really have a whole thing, so we just want to do an open discussion. Everything is on the table. If whoever's watching, if you got any ideas, something that you want to hear us talk about, please comment. We got you. If you want to come up, I got you on that too. So, who would like to start it off? Or y'all want me to?
Y'all start off about the customer service. I want to hear about it.
Yeah, let's talk about them suckers. So, which one you want to talk about? Let's talk about the motherfuckers that stole my money first. Instacart. I don't use Instacart. I don't like people shopping for me because some of you people that are doing the Instacart, y'all don't care. Y'all ain't got no shopping history. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't treat it. And I found out this because they on the time frame. Well, number one, you can't rush shopping when you're trying to get shit because shit, you got to look at stuff, you know, and they be putting stuff back on you can't just grab anything. You feel me? You got to grab the right stuff. So y'all ain't fixed that. You know, I understand it's a time crunch, but whatever. But I needed 2 cases of water. Cost me $100 for 2 cases of water. They charged me a fucking $100. My order was $11 and some change. Charged me $100. I got $100 charge. I had to call them, which I will give them their props. They realized the problem. We talked about it. You know, they tried to offer me another deal. They refunded me my money. Appreciate that. You feel me? But 2 cases of water, $100. So pay attention to, you know, when you going on them sites and you try to get some shit. You feel me? So pay attention. I say, who the hell What's that's me? It sound like
See,
me.
that's why he
So
said come up here because he don't know how to control his
the
background.
champ is here. But anyway, then we got, you know, I wish my boy Q was up here because QB always he be talking about why he don't like working in customer service. But let me tell you something. This is why I don't like y'all calling us, right? I ain't got around to calling Xfinity. But my internet been acting crazy in the house. I got the Xfinity shit. You feel me? So since they hooked it up, I ain't had time. I'm a busy person. I don't be having time to just call sometimes. Even when I'm free, I'm be thinking about other shit besides calling them. Well, they called me today. They called me. And I was like, they called me and she was like, hey, you know, I'm calling to speak to the Jude. And I was like, yeah, this is me. And then she was like, yeah, we're calling to ask you about your Xfinity service to see how it's been going and you know, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I'm glad you called because you know, I start telling my internet don't connect in the back of the house. It keep disconnecting, blah blah blah. It don't connect my phone, my TVs, nothing in the back of the house work. I gotta keep like resetting stuff. And it's not reading. When I look on the app, you know, I'm telling her everything. Motherfucker gonna ask me, do you work for Comcast? I said no. Well, are you the person that's in charge of the bill? Yeah. Now I'm looking at the phone. Cause now I'm trying to figure out which one of my personalities ready finished dealing with this. Cause fuck you mean do I work for Comcast? So she's like, well, is the person who pays the bill there? I'm like, yeah, well then you asked for me. She said, yeah. I said, okay, well, you're talking to me. So she's like, well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how's your Comcast service? I said, a 3. She said, that's your overall experience. Did you not hear nothing I said? Like I just explained to you the entire service, you know. You called me. I said, I told you I didn't get it right. I understand, but I need on a scale of 1 to 10. Would you recommend Comcast to a friend, a family? I mean, I would, but I'm trying to tell you that my internet don't work in the back. You know, now I'm looking at the phone now. You know, I don't know which one of my personality is here at this time. Now I'm asking her, do you understand what I'm saying? You called me. She said, I'm trying to see, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10. What is your service? what is your recommendation on the service of Comcast? I said now I'm at a 3 again. I'm at a 3. She asked me, is that your overall rating for Comcast? I said, hold on. I just hung up. I don't even want to talk. I'm gonna call Comcast tomorrow and I'm gonna tell on her. Y'all called me. I'm gonna ask them who called me. That's number one. That's number one. Who called me to ask me about service? And then when I you know what she wasn't expecting was for me to have a complaint. I had a complaint. You wanted me to rate on a scale of 1 to 10. What the fuck do you think the rating is? It ain't a 10.
You lucky right with that. Was she? And no
No,
offense
she
to
did not
anybody
sound like
that.
a. No,
Okay.
she was not. She spoke
Dumb.
English.
She was dumb as hell. Damn, she was one track mind. She must be a Trumpster. Cause that was some ignorant shit, motherfucker. I'm trying to tell you my shit ain't working in the back of my house, and you want me to rate shit. I say a motherfucking 1, and right now it's damn near a 0
That
because
motherfucker
y'all service
asked me
is
if
not
I
working.
worked for Comcast. Well, she said, "Do you
Yeah, what
work
that
for
got to do with anything? The fuck that got to do with anything? My service is not working. What does if I work for Comcast or not? My shit ain't working. What you mean? Do I work for Comcast? You should ask her, do you work for Comcast? Because you don't know what the fuck you talking about,
Oh, I
evidently.
forgot this part. Wait, look. So she said, "You have internet and cable." I said, "I don't have cable." She said, so, "You have a cable box?" Yes. I said, "No, I got internet." She said, "So on a scale, of 1 to 10." Y'all
Oh,
said,
she was following the little prompt that
Damn. I'm telling you, ain't nowhere in the world I probably would have lost her
"Yeah,
ass.
I hung
so
up
it
on
sounds
her
like
ass.
she
I hung
wasn't
up
even
on her."
calling to address issues. They were probably trying to call to do a survey.
She probably was a damn
She
scammer.
should have said that. That's what she should have said. So my thing is, if you call them to do a survey, because they know they're gonna get hung up on. That's why I hung up on her ass, because I wasn't
Yeah.
one to ten in the whole thing. Because I have an issue. You said you was calling to ask me about the service. Yeah, my shit not working. I gave you an honest answer about the service.
I hung up on it. I mean,
Yeah.
I
Now
said
I got
zero.
now it's fresh on my mind to call y'all asses. So I will be calling. So if you watching and you work at Comcast, just be looking out for my call.
Well, did she say the call was being recorded for quality and assurance?
She did say that part, so I hung up. I hung up. That's why I saw the whole door hung up. Cause that came at the end. That didn't come at the thing. That came like, after like 3 or 4. That came after do the work for Comcast, everything. That came after me being like, did you not hear what I said? I started to say, do you not understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I'm gonna tell you what
I gotta get some tissue.
that shopping shit though. They can't just let anybody shop for a motherfucker. I don't want no
What up,
Cuban
Paul?
shopping for me. Who was that, Jay?
Yeah.
That's why I had you muted. You gotta wait till they finish
Oh,
talking.
what's up, Jay?
Nothing.
How you
I'm
doing
out
there?
I'm all right. I'm out the basement.
No, you
The
wasn't because
champ
you
is
didn't wait
here.
for me to even. You didn't even
Mm-hmm.
let me intro you onto the thing. I was trying to let Paul finish. See, that's why you don't never get the link.
All right, go ahead. I'm not here now. Go ahead and do it.
No, I'm not. You didn't already spoke. I'm sorry, Paul. Go ahead. I'm about to mute him again. Go ahead, Paul.
But the shopping thing, yeah, they can't just let any damn body shop for you. White folks can't shop for black people because they ain't got no taste and shit. They don't know nothing about seasoning. They don't know none of that shit. So why would y'all get a white person to shop for somebody black? Then if you get somebody black to shop for somebody white, they gonna say, "Damn, this my shit too spicy. This shit got too much seasoning." So no, you need to get your people to shop for your people and get my people to shop for us. And you gonna do that? I mean, they don't want. I know they don't want to be acting racist or nothing like that, but yet still, black people can't shop on no black people, especially when it comes to food and stuff. They
Well,
can't shop
So
on.
can I say something?
Yeah,
I digress. I digress because where I live, I must say I use Instacart a lot, right? I get the best products, especially when it comes to produce, my vegetables, and oh my God, what they and then what I like is they'll even go to extensive state and say, "Hey, does this meet your standards?" And they will send me a picture and give me options. I love that. So me
but
when
they
I
don't do
know
that shit down here.
or Maureen or Samantha
I don't
shopping
need
for me, I'm like, oh, she's gonna make sure I get what I get. Now,
yeah.
when I get Daryl or if I get Keisha, everything is gonna be not found because she got tired of walking through the market. Or I get some
it.
cucumbers, they gonna be ready to go bad by the time I put them in the refrigerator.
Yep.
And then they not even gonna do nothing. All you just gonna see is refund. How you refund the whole cart, Keisha? Everything is just out of stock.
Yeah.
It's just the opposite down here. I
Yeah,
guess
I'm about to say.
I guess
I'm
that's why I'm
about to say,
okay
Paul.
down here.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Paul. I don't know. The black people can't. We don't like going to the market here.
Yeah, it's just different down here, cause
It's
now
only
if
convenient
you
for
get some
me
if you
because
get
of
some
like my
older
work
if you
hours.
get somebody older, either black or white older, then they shop right. But you get them young white folks, I mean 30s up in there somewhere around in that age, they don't do right by you down here.
Yeah, this older guy, the older man bought me some. I wanted some pork bacon, and I said, if they ain't had none, where that man bought me some beef bacon. I was so mad.
This backwards is
I
different.
did that before.
Yeah,
You
it's
have an
different. From,
Instacart story as well, J Man?
I did it a lot of times. Wagmans. What's the
Wegmans.
other
Who is
one down
Wegman?
there?
Wegman?
Wagmans in the county.
Wegman?
They sent me in there. Yeah, Wagmans, whatever they call Wagman, whatever.
Hey, that's that Baltimore and a Wagmans.
I was like, even
Hey,
what I
they
say?
ain't
Oh,
get half of that stuff. I put can't find it.
oh,
Wow.
you've been the shopper, so you're the person Paul has been talking about.
Well, yes, because I tell them I'm the wrong person to get your order.
Why
They
do
sent
you
See,
me out
even
there.
choose to do it?
They sent me to Sprouts down there on Boston Street.
The where?
I don't know nothing about that stuff down there.
Where you go?
I went to Sprouts,
Oh, okay.
Wegmans. I went to this other one out in the county. And they like what man, it was confusing.
So
Go to
why
aisle
did you
13.
do it?
Say, cause the money is at $30, $30 to $50. And I don't like shopping, but I went in there
So
and
why
did
do you choose to shop?
I just said that.
it. I needed that money. Hey, look, and then they'll put it
Get
on
fired.
you.
I'm sorry, you need to get fired because listen, I'm the one, let me tell y'all something. I'm the person that will use a service if you don't give me, and when they ask how was this person, especially if you bring me a bunch of rotten stuff or what I did not ask for. Now, if you give me a little extra something or something that might be a little better, but they ain't charging me for it, you the best one in the whole world. Now, if you just messing my order up because you just don't like it, I'm the Yelp queen. I'm gonna leave a comment and you better not ever. They like, would you like this person to shop for you again?
Yep.
No, I don't. And I will put that in my comment and I will put everything you did wrong, take pictures and all that. I'm the wrong person, especially because I get you need the money, but you also got to think people are spending money and which goes into we gonna stick on due customer service, but I think that ties into expectations because when you spend your money, you have a service. There's a level of expectations that come along with that. Now, if you know you can't meet those requirements, you shouldn't be doing that. I get you
Probably,
need the money. You just go do Uber or Lyft and just drop the people off at the market.
let me tell y'all something, because I shows up at
Tried that
stores.
too.
I ordered a pizza from Pizza Bowlies. They my favorite pizza chain spot. Cause yeah, their
That's all I'm
meats,
getting.
the meats is the bomb. But listen, right? First of all, I don't mind. I like tipping my drivers because I'm just saying, why not? It's like tipping a waiter. But
Right.
if I gotta come to the car to get my pizza, I'm not tipping.
Mm-hmm.
Bring my pizza to me. And if I get to your car and your car dirty, let me tell you something. This one time, they had me fucked. There was a marathon going on in the city. I'm echoing for some reason. But
Let me mute.
I
You still
it,
echoing?
oh wait, nope, yeah, a little bit. I went to the what you call I ordered the pizza because I couldn't get out. I'm still echoing. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. All right. I went to I ordered the pizza and I like this one particular, and it's crazy because if you go on that street, anybody know Charles Street up there where we had Pride at, it is so dirty outside of there. But they got some good pizza at that Pizza Bowlies. That pizza is good. It's a Pizza Bowlies that moved from Remington. Anyway, so I ordered my pizza and the guy got it here. I got my pizza. I lived on the third floor. I got my pizza, opened the box, and my pizza fell while it was in his dirty car. And all the pizza and stuff that slid to the front. Why would you still deliver that to me? So I calls the store. Like, hey, my whole pizza that fell, all the cheese and on one side, you feel me, everything. If you know pizza balls, you know the pizza ain't cheap either. They don't really give discounts. So I had to pay full price for the pizza because I'm trying to get my points up or whatever. That's another story. They're going to tell me, well, it's a marathon and, the drivers have a difficult time, getting. I said, well, his fucking car's dirty. It's trash and shit all over the place. If he was paying attention to the pizza, my shit shouldn't have went. But I paid $30 for the motherfucking pizza. You're not going to tell me just eat the pizza. So I got in my goddamn car and went to the store. Now I'm in the store and I'm asking them, who answered that motherfucking phone? And going to tell me that this is acceptable. Now opening the pizza. Everybody looking at me crazy. You know who had my back? The black lady. The black lady was like, they delivered that to you? Not only did I walk out there with a brand new fucking bigger pizza, I got my $30 fucking back. Because y'all going to pay me for gas now. And then, like I told them, his car too goddamn dirty to be delivering food. So I ain't ordered food for them for like a month because I ain't want them spit in my pizza. But I ordered pizza because they sent me this coupon. I got a pizza extra large for $15. And he got a new car now. It's clean, y'all.
Wait, you got the same guy?
Yeah, he still deliver, but he got a new car now. It's clean, brand new. They got he delivered from a new car.
He
It's
came up.
clean in there. Yeah, but I went in there, shorty. I went in there.
Yeah, but people, because you know, I think a lot of businesses also that's good because some businesses know that word of mouth means more than anything. Like your stuff can be good. Another person might not have that experience, but just imagine if you tell people, other people don't go there because this person going to deliver your pizza in this filthy car, and then he might hit a turn and your stuff going to be running over in a thing, and you might got
Yeah.
to piece it together yourself. And
I wild their asses out though. I ain't
so
even
it
gonna
was
I
like,
went in
okay,
there and
we
act
going
the
to correct
black
this
ass.
issue.
And
So I
pizza is
think
my
that was
favorite. I
good.
was hungry.
But I think some people need that kind of feedback because you know it's a lot of people. The reason why I wasn't always a Yelp queen, but I think the reason why that I do it is because it's a lot of people who get bad service and just accept it. So people think they can continuously do it. No, we're gonna put a stop to this because you know you're not gonna do this with me. I'm with you though. But see, I'm the person I won't go back. I won't. Because that's just my.
Motherfucking pizza good.
I'm a person like that's just my personal thing. Like once I'm turned off, I'm like turned off. It's a place I haven't. Well, one I haven't been in Lexington Market in like years. If nobody know, Lexington Market is like one of like the little food places you can get like fresh foods and cooked foods and all this stuff in Baltimore, right? So I haven't been in there. I'm gonna say it's probably been 6, 7 years. I ain't gonna lie. But I remember one time when I used to go in there, you know the little Polak Johnny place. The dude got smart with me for no reason, thinking that was somebody else. But first of all, I don't care who you thought I was. Who was you talking to? You thought you was going to throw my food at me and I was going to pay for it and accept it. So I threw it back. I had not been back since. And anytime, like I think like a week later, I think I went back because I was going to the little donut spot. And then I was like, okay, so he trying to speak to me and don't say nothing to me because I would bring people with me and all of that stuff. No, so when I stopped going, the people who I knew that would come with me, they wouldn't go there. They would go to the other one in the old market. So I'm like, don't play with me. You mess your money, especially when you know now if I get good service and your stuff good. Oh, you got a customer for life, but you're not gonna treat me any kind of way and think I gotta come back to you. No, I don't. I don't care if you're the only one ever. I start making my own pull-out journeys and stuff like that. But I'm real protective over how I'm treated and where I'm going to spend my stuff at. Because if I'm not, if you're not going to give me good service, I'm not coming back. That first impression thing is important.
Yeah. You know, that's how it used to be with the place Pizza Deal used to be on 25th Street. I had a racist encounter there. It was like it was a day I was tired. I order a lot of pizza, y'all. I like pizza, so I ain't gonna lie. Me and pizza spots, I'm probably gonna you fuck like do some shit because I like pizza. I'm probably going to say something like because I like pizza, so I'm probably going to want my pizza if anything. But pizza day, I tried to order pizza, and I ain't feel like driving. I was tired. I had a long week. I had the overtime, all this stuff. They closed down now though. Their business sucked after. I'm not gonna say this incident, but several incidents like this one. I ordered my food and I wanted to pay with my credit card. And the lady asked me over the phone, she said, is your do the name on your ID match the name on your credit card? And I was like, yeah, it's my credit card. She was like, this motherfucker told me, I don't think so. You people IDs and credit cards don't never match. I said, excuse me. I hung up on her ass, put my clothes on, and rolled to the store. My sister called me in the mist. I got in that store. I'm on the phone. Me and my sister talking about something else. She ain't even know. I said, hold on. I said, hey, you the motherfucker that answered the phone? She said, yes. And you take orders? She said, yes. I said, come here. I pulled my ID and my credit card. I set them down. I said, you see this? You see my name and my ID? They match. I don't know who the fuck you thought you was talking to, but this motherfucker's like me who keeps shit like this afloat. And I looked at every other black person in there. I said, if I was y'all, I would get my motherfucking money back. Y'all should not support this motherfucker. Because what she told me on the phone was, us people, IDs and credit cards, the name on them don't never match. And I will never support this motherfucking business again. And I order pizza from them every other fucking day. But that one day, you feel me? She didn't know it was me for some fucking reason. That was weird. But you don't treat people like that. So I'm with you. I agree with you on that. But I also am a firm believer of taking a stand. That's because I was part of the double NAACP when I was younger. So I was brothers and sisters, power to the people out this motherfucker. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. You're not gonna come for me. And I spend my goddamn money here.
Yeah.
All the black people that day got their money back and walked out the store. So
As
I felt like I made a movement, and I was young too that day. So
yeah, as they should. Like bad customer service, that people just don't understand. I tell people all the time, you do not, and I teach my kids that they might as well they don't. And it's not even, you don't have to cause a scene, but I don't have to accept this. I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gotta raise my voice. I'm not gonna yell, but returning something, I'm not asking you to replace it. I'm telling you, I'm done with you, and I'm not paying for that. Just like I ain't gonna say the hospital because you still work there. That Subway at the hospital.
Oh God, not John Hagen.
You try to like get a sandwich. Mind you, for lunch, we would probably go there multiple times a week. Mind you, you working 10-hour shifts and all of that kind of stuff. So you go to the cafeteria or whatever. Go to the Subway at the cafeteria, right? So you tell the people what you want on your sandwich. So you just putting what you want, stuff that I didn't even ask for. You don't know if I'm allergic to that or nothing. And I'm like, I didn't ask you for that. So you gonna disregard me and ask me, so do you want it or not?
Ooh.
And not what the gag was this day, it was a couple of nurses in the line. I think it was like 2 doctors. All of us looked at each other and we went right over there to the little pizza joint, you know what I'm talking about?
right.
And we all got you eat it.
Right.
I watched her make that whole sandwich wrong. And when they try to bring it up, you pay for it because you won't eat that. I'm not eating that. I'm going over here. Girl, next thing I know, I turned around, they was, oh, we ain't eating from there neither. Like I was like, no. But you can't eat if you're delivering a service, and I get you had bad patrons and all of that stuff, but you still supposed to deliver that service. You don't treat people wrong because you think that is. I don't even care if you work in the hood. Just because you work in the hood don't mean you can talk to everybody like, like you crazy. Don't do that because you never know who coming into your place spending their money. But it's like then you want to upcharge stuff and you want to deliver bad service and you want people to pay an arm and a leg. That's crazy work.
Yeah, well,
That's true.
this is America.
And in America, you have a choice. Going back to what I got to tell my kids, like it's not about causing the sin. I said, but when you just accept anything, why are you paying for that? And you're not even happy with it. You ain't happy with it because it's wrong and it's trash. And then it makes it even more trash when you get treated like take it or leave it. I'm gonna leave it, and you ain't got to worry about me coming back. Because just imagine if how many people will do that, people will really probably get their customer service together. Which goes in, but first, before I go into my expectations, y'all got Paul and Jay.
Yeah, I got something to say about I got something to say about why I would agree with Jude going back to the pizza place with homie with the fucked up car delivering the pizza because she said he came on up with a better car later on. I compare that to me working at Bubba's Barbecue down in Charlotte where I know nothing about. I got a job waiting tables at Bubba's Barbecue. I never waited tables a day in my damn life. But I needed a damn job, so I just got out of the joint. And I was down at the halfway house. I said, I gotta get a damn job. So now I get a job waiting tables at Bubba's Barbecue. Now I learned the menu and all that shit. I mean, I'm hitting it off. Quarter chicken, half chicken, all that stuff. I don't know how to call that shit off. I get an order in there. It's about a table with 3 business people, 3 white business people. They all order food, a quarter chick here, a half chick there fried, and a shrimp and a shrimp and chicken right there. And I'm taking the food over to the table and shit. And I'm giving the guy his plate. And the fucking plate falls out of my hand into his fucking lap. So now, he's sitting there with barbecue chicken all in his lap. He said, it's all right. I said, damn, I done fucked up. I said, you must go fire my ass. God damn, I'm gonna get fired already. It's funny, but it's funny. But I kept it under control there though, but yeah. So now the man said, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right. You good, you good, you good. I know this, I know all the time. I'm looking at this man, I can see his eyes. He's saying, this motherfucker done fucked up my whole fucking day, dropping this damn chicken in my fucking lap. I can see it in his face. I can see that. But I'm saying the service got better because I really didn't know shit then. So I didn't know about the balance of the plate and all that shit. The plate was still a little warm and all that shit. And I'm up with this. But yeah, anyway, just like the guy with the pizza in the dirty car. He fucked up, but see, then he moved on up. He stepped it up. Got a clean car, good car. The pizza was still good, right? Jude, the pizza's still good, right?
That motherfucker was delicious.
I didn't eat the old pizza.
I didn't eat the old one. I did not eat the old one.
I'm talking about when he got the new car and stuff. He moved on up.
Yes, and in this car, Paul, he had a bag with the pizza in it. They upgraded. You feel me? They upgraded.
He moved up. Yeah. Sometimes people don't think need a chance. He might just been doing bad when he first started. His cars all fucked up and dirty and shit. You know, he ain't had a paper. But once he got a little chance and got to making some deliveries, then shit moved on up for him. Either that he selling drugs one. I mean, damn.
Yeah.
One of the two had to be going, but he did step it up. That's what I'm saying.
That car was filthy.
Now, it's a restaurant we got down here that I seen when somebody said they went to eat, and the people want to sit them by the fucking bathroom, back by the bathroom there, when they got places up in the front, away from the bathroom, want to sit them back in the corner by the bathroom. They say, hell no, we ain't going back there. Place like that. But as far as me accepting some service, I was down in the damn Myrtle Beach. And we done stood there waiting for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes or so. And when we finally got in there to sit down, it's 4. We finally got in there to sit down. The woman gonna come in with a fucking attitude like she didn't want to serve us and shit. I said, well, hold up. I said, I don't even want to eat nothing out of this motherfucker. I said, we waited 40 minutes or so. I said, I don't even want to eat nothing out of this fucking place. Her fucking ass attitude. I don't want her bringing me my fucking food. Period. We hadn't even placed the order, and she coming with a nasty ass little attitude. Motherfucker, we been standing here 45 minutes or so waiting to get in here to sit down and eat. And you gonna come with an attitude. I said, let's go. I don't even want to. But yeah, that disrespect shit is a no-no.
That's just like Popeyes. It used to be all black. Now they got them foreign, I don't know what to call it. Hispanics. They working in there. They very rude. The McDonald's over here, North Avenue, everything used to be, you can refill your cups for free. Now you can't refill your cups when you're sitting there eating. I mean, their customer service is real bad too now.
Oh, for the refill?
Yeah, they stopped refill. Well, they stopped the refills at McDonald's. You can't get a refill unless you eat inside. You only get one cup.
You know, I wouldn't even know that because I don't
go down North Avenue. Go down North Avenue. They do not give you a refill.
Listen, the last time
I went, a lot of places don't anymore. They don't do the
you know why? You know why North Avenue don't give a refill? Have you really been in that McDonald's? You know what sit there? People sit in there all day. They will get a cup and refill all fucking day.
This one had a Gatorade bottle thing and came in. What they call them things? Like you drink water out of them. Look like water containers, but they was like little miniature joints. He was coming in there up the street, filling it up and everything. I understand, but dang, but they very rude up in there though. Very rude.
And how many times you been back?
I was with somebody in the car, but I let them order my food. But I've been back at a certain time. Like I don't go at night, but I go back.
Also, the
I know
nighttime
who work
versus
there.
daytime is the difference.
There's a time. There's a lady over there that I know, and my man in there that I know. But after they leave, I don't go back over there.
I don't go there at all. I stopped going
Right.
there when it was a bunch of black people in there. It was
Yeah.
it was dirty, and it smelled like pee on the inside.
Hippodrome. Yeah. And then there's another spot. What's that one called? Domino's Pizza on Light Street. I did an order and they ain't never came. And then they get mad at you because you want your money back. I mean, customer service, you gotta have good customer service for people to come back.
Maybe you should try different locations.
First of all, Domino's pizzas suck because the one on Park Avenue.
That's the one.
Listen,
I don't know, because the one out here is good. The one with the garlic crust, and then they put the stuff with the jalapenos. Oh my god, the one out here be hitting. Y'all, maybe y'all gotta come up to the
listen. I ordered pizza from them one time. The guy called me and said, "Yeah, I'm just calling to make sure you really want your order." I said, "Yeah, I want my order." I ordered the pizza. Then he goes, "Oh yeah, because I'm on a bike and I don't really feel like bringing it. But if you really want it, I'm gonna bring it." I ain't ordered from there since. That's why I ordered from Pizza Bowlies because the car was dirty, but at least he bought my goddamn pizza. Rain, sleet, snow, or hell, I can order pizza from them, but they gonna break it. Domino's don't even have delivery. I ordered it online. Girl, he called
What
me.
do you mean? Do you really want
He
it?
asked me, did I really want my pizza? He said, "You really want?" He said, "I'm just calling to make sure you really want your order." I said, "Yeah." This is my exact answer was, "Yeah, I ordered it, didn't I? I'm hungry." He said, "Oh, I'm just making sure because I'm on a bike and I don't want to get all the way over there and you don't want it." So I'm not, listen, the crazy thing is, I'm not mad at him for that. My thing is, how many y'all be playing with these delivery people? That's why they be on the type time they be on for real.
Uh-huh.
Well, not to brag or nothing.
That's the same dude. That's the same dude that did me because I called. I ain't gonna say what event this was, but we ordered it. It was me and my son. We ordered the pizza. It was 7:00. We ordered at 7:00. So we kept saying, "Dang, the pizza ain't here." So we called. He's like, "Man, it just came out the oven." So I was like, "Damn, it just came out the oven," but on the mobile thing, it said it's ready. So we waited 8:00. Then they called back. They said, "Oh, it's going to be a little late. We running out of drivers, and we only got 2." And the other driver in here cooking the other pizza. So I was like, "Damn, so when I'm going to get my food?" "Oh, we be right up there with you." So we waited. My son like, "Dad, they ain't coming." So we ordered from the spot. The spot ordered theirs in 5 or 10 minutes. They came they came real quick. And then we still waiting on Domino's. Domino's called, "Oh, we gonna refund your money." They put an extra $30 in my card. They got bad service.
Domino's just need to go ahead and close down.
I don't know, man.
I don't even order from them no more.
No, not the one out here where I live. I have no issues with them, and they give me extra. Then what I do like is the jalapenos that they put in the box. Because when you bite, the ones out here be real juicy, and I can put the juice on the man. Don't close the one out where I live at. Maybe where y'all. I don't have no issues with the one out here, especially that garlic bread, that garlic crust.
Yeah.
I seen a video recently of these 2 Hispanic girls. They was going to a Domino's, and the one girl was recording the other girl going to jump on the girl in the Domino's. And the little girl got up in there and got delivered at Domino's because she got slung around like a little rag doll up in that joint. And she threw a ploop, plop, plop. And I thought I was watching a karate movie. And she whipped up so quick, and then somebody tried to break up another girl standing there holding the camera. She turned around and got the welling on her ass. I said, "Yeah, they found out that Domino's delivers. Don't fuck around at the Domino's."
Wow. I have a question. So along with custom, because I told y'all know we had all talked earlier, with the exception of Jay. Um, I just wanted to touch on expectations just for like about 10 minutes. I want to just get your idea. So before I go into the conversation of expectations, I went the extra mile, and I have the definition of expectations before I go into my little spill. So when it comes to expectations, this is the definition. Um, Expectations are your beliefs, hopes, or assumptions about what will happen in the future, how someone will act, or the quality slash success of something, often setting a standard or what you anticipate or desire. Spot on, right? So when we have expectations in our profession, like your job, whatever, your personal life, relationship, and you, whatever. So people have expectations of you, right? No matter what you do, it's always something expected. But what gags me is people can have so many expectations of you, even down to your job. The standard is set here, but you can deliver your standard. But when it comes to you, it's like none of your expectations can be met. So what that's the part that gets me is people expect so much from a person, but then want to turn around and give them the short end of the stick or give them their ass to kiss. That bothers me. That's been happening a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot.
And that happened to me on my job today.
And it comes to a point where you just be like, F it all. You know what I mean? Because it's nowhere in the world, and it's like no matter what you do, and you can exceed the expectations, it's always something. Or that like Paul said, like Paul, okay, you made a mistake, right? Which is okay, mistakes happen, you can move forward, you can grow from that or whatever. But when you always doing and you exceeding, and long as you meeting everybody around your expectations, no matter what realm that is, let you miss the mark one time. All hell break loose. But when you state what your expectations are, it's a problem. How do y'all feel about that? Before I start
I
getting
had,
into
I had the same. Well, I had the same thing happen to me today, which we were just talking about. They want you to
explain.
do the best. All right. I don't know how to do codes and not talk about people, but this house manager, we had this we had this client that walks off, and before I pick him up, he walks off. And when he walks off, I'm just a driver to pick him up. So she fired three good workers, very good workers. That I mean, they come in at certain hours to help do what they do. So she fired them when this one guy walks off, and then when she talked to the one that we deal with, she told me on a Monday that she said, Jay, she fired me Friday. I said, damn, why? You the best one she had. She's a med tech. She give out meds and all that. So I said, dang, why they fire you? She said she wanted me to say it was your fault that he walked off. Now I'm not at the house. I'm not even there. Well, I'm outside waiting on, or we already on our way somewhere else. She said she wanted her to say that I did it. It was he walked down on the avenue. And this happened more than one time. And I said, Dad, you then the new girl comes in like 2 weeks ago. She fired her. I mean, these good people that do their best, and that had that I mean, that was like, damn.
And
When
it's
you
all
get somebody,
because of you that they're getting fired. Is that what you're saying? So what is it
Yeah,
that they
because
want them to say, or what is it that
she wanted like, because I guess I speak up for myself. You know what I'm saying? I
oh
don't let
Lord, you be stuttering?
no, I did. See, I speak up for myself. Like I've been in medical wheelchair, driver, ambulance, riding an ambulance. So
The what? The ambulance?
yeah, so so she was like, she be like, she got caught up with the state. You know what I'm saying? And then to like make her the things that she got caught with, she tried to blame why she didn't give certain meds to a patient. You get what I'm saying? Like if your med tech supposed to be there at 6:30 in the morning to give that person a med, and that person goes off and have an episode and he misses meds because that med tech wasn't there, she'll say, "Oh, the driver didn't get here. He came too early." So we cut her some slack. So I started coming like 7:30, so the meds can be given to the patient. Med tech. These are people like she knows that she hide off like somebody in her family or whatever. And I'll be like, damn. But when she get these
Wait,
three,
hold on. I'm confused. I'm just trying to get some understanding. So you dropped them off for the meds. So so they said you bought them too early and they couldn't get the meds.
no, I come too early before they get the meds.
Okay,
Like their meds are like if you get picked up at 7:30, you get what I'm saying? Your meds supposed to be given to you before 7 o'clock. So when I
okay,
come there, you got your meds on. You got your meds already. You get what I'm saying now?
no, but so why did you have to start coming at 7:30? So if you get there, they just
Oh,
don't give
okay.
them to them and tell them to get in the van. I'm just
Yeah,
trying to get understanding of where because there has to be
It
some
sounds like
type
the
of
negligence is on them, period.
yeah.
right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like
Because even if you get there early, you can still get your meds before they get in the van. But if you saying that the person is already in the episode,
they're
that
never
would
there.
happen with or without the medication. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get the correlation.
They
First of
never
all,
get there. They never get there. They never like we got a schedule to go to work and we there. They got a schedule, but they come when they want to come.
yeah, the
So
So
negligence
they're
now,
not
falls on
going to
them.
give the medication.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
they never there.
okay, okay.
So, and I'm sitting there like, damn, when this person told me this out of her mouth, I was just like, damn, why would she want to take me down? And I believe when the state, when they go to the hospital, they got a lot of paperwork they got to deal with. They got workers that got to go out, find out what's going on. And I guess she got caught up. And then she was like, oh, it'd be the driver fault. It'd be the driver fault. I was like, look, man, she called me today and one of those, like she just woke up attitudes. So I said, look, babe, I said, sorry, but you got to deal with my boss. I don't work for her.
Coco, when you came off of me, he stopped echoing again.
Yeah, but that's correct. Yeah, but that's exactly what you said. That's what happened to me today. I can't hear nobody.
Well, you
Everybody was
wasn't
muted.
what was the expectations for you to be a fuck up? Is that what
Yeah,
they was expecting?
I
yeah,
feel
that's what
like
I thought.
the expectations in that situation is it shouldn't. It's not really you because you're doing your job. If you coming to pick the patient up, but expectation is for them to coordinate scheduling with pickup time, because you got to arrange. First of all, it's not easy to arrange transport. So if you
Transport.
got a patient that transport coming to pick them up at 7:30, then you set the meds up for them to take them at least like 30 minutes, an hour
Before.
before sometime, you feel me, just in case, at least an hour before. So probably like 6 o'clock, 6:30, you feel me,
Yeah.
like they getting up, you getting your patient together, but that's laziness on them, and eventually they're getting in trouble for that.
But in Baltimore, they got investigations on that.
Yeah, I'm about to say stuff like that. That's because a lot of these people, no offense, a lot of
Take the
these people
money.
went out here and got their CNA, GNA, and opened up spots. And if you don't have the heart for that, if you only in it for the money, if you're not really gonna take on everything, first of all, that's a big that's a responsibility that you gotta have passion for, because you
Yeah.
can get into some serious trouble for doing the wrong thing. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
died on your watch, and it comes to negligence, man. That's a whole nother charge. You feel me? And then everything that you done created goes to shits, because that's all connected to you and your license. Everything that you do. So, and a lot of people only do that because, oh, I get this license, I can get a couple patients, and but that's not something you really want to do. Taking care of a person, half y'all don't want to take care of y'all kids, or y'all want to take care of the elderly or the sick, because that's a bigger responsibility. So
Yeah.
it's a
I
lot of
will,
people out here with them kind of them places, and they're not doing nothing that they supposed to do.
I will
Right.
also ask to see. You can ask for for it to be investigated because they have to document the even it ain't just okay he came early, because whenever you get there or what they can say to you, let me get a meds or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
it's one thing if the client refused or something like that, but just to say, oh, because the driver came, you doing what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to come and pick them up or whatever, unless I'm missing something. But whether you're early or a little bit late or whatever it is, even if you early, so even if but what you said was you started coming at a later time, which was at
Mm-hmm.
7:30, and they still not getting the meds. That's not a you thing, that's a them thing. Because even if you got there early, and let's say whatever the pickup time was, if it was still like a window, they could have still gave them that medication. So to me, that doesn't make sense. That just I'm with you.
It's negligence on
That's an
them.
in-house thing, and they passing the buck. I would like to see what they documented as to why, because if this person was in an episode, that dose, even if it was given early, late, or whatever it may have been,
Mm-hmm.
it don't. I ain't never seen that.
Yeah, you're right.
I have, I have, I have, because it's some people out here that's doing that shit that ain't supposed. That's not, you know, like, and not only, and I've seen it not only at the private, like people that have homes, at fucking nursing facilities for real. That's
No,
why
I'm
I
talking
don't
about
do.
the mania part, like the going into an episode because the dose
Oh,
was given like a couple minutes late or whatever. Longer, now
yeah,
I
no,
could
but
see this
I was talking
happening.
about the negligence. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was talking about
I'm
the
with you on
negligence.
that, but I mean, when I'm talking about if you want to say this person went off, so you couldn't give the medication, what happened to the dose before that? Or you get what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah,
couple things that's missing. It don't sound.
and that
It's
same
the
day,
missing variables in that.
and that
Sound like
same day, the
somebody
dude try to
ignorant to
run down
me.
Bel Air Road, try to run away. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm like, damn, yo, this like wow. Like, I
No, what
mean,
they know is some bad shit can happen, and they just trying to have it not fall on them.
yeah.
But the thing is, if the company you working for keep good records and things as well, if that stuff, if something was to ever really happen and y'all had to like go the legal route, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of that's gonna fall on them, because if all you there to do is transport, what happens with his care inside of their house
Mm-hmm.
and inside that facility don't have nothing to do with you transporting. What the issue can come in if something happened, they give him some medication or something, and he have a reaction in the car with, I mean, like in the van or whatever with you on
Mm-hmm.
transport. You feel me? That's when stuff changed, because that's when they start to investigate everything. But well, they go investigate anyway. But they would look into you and see if you played the role and if you did anything. You feel me? And ask but
Right.
it's the documentation. If you're dealing with medication, if you're dealing with patients' medication, that's where a lot of them get screwed too. You gotta keep documentation on stuff like that
That's facts.
for inspections and stuff. So it don't even matter if they see the inconsistency. Some days he get it, some days he don't. This is the medication that he need. That don't fall on you transporting him. That fall on y'all with these medical license. And why isn't the patient getting medication that he needs?
And then
Yeah.
furthermore, for somebody to say they got fired because of you or they wanted me to blame you, I would question that too. Because you, as just a driver, you're picking up and dropping off. You don't know what that person was doing. They could have been not giving people meds, so everybody just not getting medication. So I would look at that too because I I don't know. Something sound a little janky.
Yeah, I said the
No,
same
so drinking.
exact thing. I said the same thing. Like, God damn, I'm trying to have a good day. 'Cause every time I have, look, every time I go to the house, it be dark. Like, it ain't no light or nothing over there. When I leave there, it be
Why
the
your
sun
camera not
coming
on?
up. Huh?
Why your camera not on?
I'm gonna put it on. I'm put it on. Watch it. I'm put it on. Cause I don't want to start nothing. I'm trying to be good. You a good
Any
guy. What you
so
say?
no,
Lord
I was saying
Jesus,
any
here
even like
you
that with
go.
expectations of that. So my thing is expect. I also have a. I don't want to say an issue, but I see a lot of things with expectations of like people. Like people can expect so much from you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can give all of that, but then reciprocation is a real thing. And I know I kind of went a little off, but when it comes to expectations, if you can't reciprocate the same thing that you asking for, how do you hold somebody to a certain standard? And then again, which goes into the you can exceed a person's expectations. I'm talking about whether it's your personal relationships, your friendships, your working relationships, all of that stuff. You can exceed all the expectations, meet the standards, but it could be one time you just can't, right? People will hold your feet to the fire, but at the same time, when it needs to be reversed, they can't meet those same expectations that they require of you. What's your thoughts on that?
And expectations are just that. They are expectations. Just because that's what you expect don't mean that that's what you're going to get. And that just comes with, just because I expect it, you can voice it, you feel me? But because you ain't always going to fulfill you, as much as because I'm gonna be honest, I know I'm not a person that's out to fill every expectation, just the important ones, I guess. The ones that, in honesty, matters the most, because not every expectation is gonna be met. And once I realized that, like, one, I don't expect me out of everybody. I don't even expect common sense out of everybody, because a lot of people don't have it. You feel me? I'm just, once you get to that point in life, you realize that, you know, um, sometimes you are going to do a little more and somebody going to do a little less. Sometimes you're going to do a little less and somebody going to do a little more. When it comes to personal, like friendships, family, loved one, whatever, or just in general, you feel me? Like I'm starting to learn, because I'm learning that, expectations are, and this might sound, cliche to somebody, but whatever. Expectations are just that. It's an expectation. You that's something that you want, but it just may not be met to the fullest capacity. Now, are you willing to deal with that or not? Because every expectation not being met ain't always worth leaving or walking away from whatever it is.
I agree. I think the double standard comes into when let's just say it could be anything. It could be like your working relationship, all of that stuff. Let's say, okay, let's just say we you somebody be like, oh, well, I expect for you to do X, Y, and Z, right? You might do X and Y, and then Z might be sporadic. It might not be to 100%, but you do it, right? Because this was a requirement of you. Now, in return, you may say, these are my expectations and my requirement. Now you're meeting X, Y, and Z. So, but this person is barely meeting X. The Y and the Z ain't even come into play. But soon as you, like, let's say you've been meeting X, Y, and Z, and maybe it might have been fading a little bit, but the basic requirements are met, right? Now, let's just say you might have a day. It could be for any given reason. You might just be at X, and now all of a sudden it's a shitstorm.
I don't give a fuck if I give X, Y, and Z every day, and all you giving is X,
Yes.
and if just for a motherfucking day I decide to give either X, Y, or Z, not X, Y, and Z, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Expect the unexpected because that's what I expect out of your ass. That's another thing. I think because I'm getting like as I'm getting older, I'm realizing, some shit may piss me off, but I'm more of a fine. If you can't do this, neither the fuck can I. I'm not gonna stop satisfying my need for what I like to do, but I will not meet yours either. You gonna be just as unsatisfied and unhappy about your expectations not being met as fucking mine. And once you get your shit together, we'll both get our shit together and we'll be hunky dory because now we both meet it. But other than that, if you keep meeting them expectations with that yours not being met,
You the problem.
You the goddamn problem.
Sound like algebra.
It is. That was like
I mean,
trigonometry.
well, math and sciences and everything that we do, but and I think that's where I'm going to. I definitely agree with you, but the one thing, and it's sad. Like I don't even want to say it's sad, but I think as we grow and as we get older, and I think when we start to really know what the requirements are that we want for ourselves, I think the outlook starts to change. But the thing that makes it funny to me is how upset people get when they expect for you to just be accepting of the bare minimum. And let's just say you might have been like, okay, letting it slide, but you may have been bringing it to the attention. No matter what like I said, it could be a working relationship, all that, because it happens in the workplace too, and it happens in your personal relationship, your family relationships, all of that stuff. But it gets to a point. But when you start to back away because you're like, I'm just done with it. I don't want to talk about it because I think some people don't understand when you keep addressing the same issue, it becomes annoying to you. I'm at an age and I'm at a point where I don't want to keep telling you or explaining to you what I need. If you ask up something of me and I'm like, okay, I ain't perfect, but I'm trying, right? And you could see it, but then if I ask for something just to ask, and that's not being, eventually I don't want to talk about it no more because I see nothing is going to change. So then you back away, and I think that's when people start looking for other jobs, wanting to go to other things, because in either way, it's still there has to be some type of reciprocation for something else. You're just going to wear yourself out, stress yourself out, and do other things. But I just look at it like people just be funny with that. And then it's like then you turn into the worst person in the whole wide world because you're no longer meeting those expectations that other people want. And it's like, okay, you ain't, but people don't see that they're not meeting none of yours. And it's like you can really ask for something that's completely minor. And I just think it's crazy. I just wanted to do.
The only,
I just want to
the
make sure
only,
that felt
the
that way.
only, the only expectation required should be the expectations you have set for yourself.
Mm.
Because even when you're expecting something from others, it still comes back to you. So whatever you might be expecting for them to reciprocate comes directly back to you. There's no time for you to be contemplating, stressing, none of that stuff. If it's not coming back without you having to say anything about it, because you already know what you want the expectations for yourself. If you have expectations that are set for you as to where you want to better yourself each day, and you got somebody on the other end that you say you're expecting them to reciprocate, but they probably not even wanting the same thing for themselves to see the day before or go high each day or whatever, then no, it's still gonna come back to you because you're not accepting that. So hey, ain't no need for you ain't wasting your time with this person over here. Ain't no need to stressing it. None of that. Ain't no need to asking yourself, well, how come they not doing it? But no, you ask yourself, why are you tolerating this? Everything comes back to you. And certain things, it's always got to be about self and your self care, your self being, your self help, all that good stuff about yourself. I'm not one of them psychiatrist type people or psychologists and all that, la. But everything still got to come back to ourselves. We got to be responsible for what we do. And if I'm gonna say I expect this from uh, Renee, and Renee is not giving me what I expect from myself, then I'm letting myself down. I'm doing a disservice to myself because I know Renee ain't there for me. Okay, bye. Don't try to force yourself upon somebody if they ain't appreciative. That goes for the family or not, cause shit. Sometimes you just got to back the hell away from everybody. If everybody wants to expect something of you, then you know what you expect of yourself, and hey, and what you expect of them, they not getting it to you. Hey, all right, I just step away. Maybe you'll come around and see the light. They all see the light sometime, like in the movie It. They
You ain't
float
never
when they come down here. Yeah, they float. They all float down here. It's just, I'm telling you, you just got. I don't. I'm gonna tell you, I expect a whole lot of myself. That's where all my expectations at. Me. Everybody else around me, I'm not gonna expect nothing of them. I mean, hey, if you good to me and I'm good to you, and hey, you treat me with respect and hey, you keep it real with me, hey, then we good. I don't expect nothing no more. I'm not asking you to do nothing special for me or nothing like that. I mean, if
I
people
agree
are
with
good,
Paul.
if people are good, I'm good. I don't expect nothing of nobody. Because when you start expecting stuff of people that you don't expect of yourself, you always let yourself down and you be questioning yourself. So nah, don't do that.
I 100% agree. And I think that also comes with self awareness. And I think sometimes, I'm going to just speak for myself. I think sometimes until it comes to the point we don't understand how much we have accepted. And until you really become aware that that's what's going on, and then you start to prioritize yourself. And I didn't understand how important self prioritization is until recent. You know, Judah tell you. Like it had to come to a point, and sometimes you gotta have friends like a Jew or a person to tell you like, nah, that ain't it. Because a lot of times, because you're already in it and you're already doing it, and you just have a big heart and caring or doing whatever, but it gets to a point where so you have to take an internal look at yourself and really see. And that comes from like self awareness to know, okay, I'm gonna just pull back and it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't because I'm not getting fulfilled in this way in this situation. And even when it comes to like the work that we do. And I think that also goes in the mind. You have some people like, I'm sick of this job. I'm sick of this job. And they just accept it, knowing I think it comes to a point of complacency instead of moving forward to a different elevation. And then sometimes it could be you just holding yourself back.
Hmm. I agree with that.
You can elaborate, sir.
For me,
Hmm.
I mean, I agree. It's not everything you guys said is basically the right answers, and I mean, I agree. I'm like learning stuff as every time y'all can show, every time you show one, I'm learning something new. But I agree.
What you learn? I want to know.
I ain't trying to get locked up, but but
We ain't into sports, so don't bring up nothing about no sports yet.
I ain't,
Stop.
well,
Read the room.
I ain't got nothing to say. I'm gonna wait.
No, I'm asking you as a person who watched the show. You're not up here
Yeah.
live, right? So I think this would be like good feedback time. Like, what is it that you get out of it? Like, what is it that you like? You know,
What I
you said
love
you
about
learn
this
something
show,
every time you watch the show. So I'm just asking, like, can you give me an example? Like, what?
okay. Okay, for example, yeah, what was that? Monday, Paul made that speech, and I said, wish the young kids can hear what he's had to say about. I think like what he went through. I had to. I was talking to somebody about what Paul said, and I learned like every time y'all have the show, it be good topics and the good things that I go back and talk about it. And my daughter was like, "Oh, you can't wait to Wednesday to get on the show," and yeah, because I talk about it when I leave the show. I go talk about it to my daughter, son, friends, my little baseball league. You learn a lot. As people need to, I try to spread the word. So I thank y'all. I mean, we should have other topics though.
That's
So
why you're here.
huh?
You got the floor. What's your topic?
Can we talk about this Trump and this Epstein files? I've been
Kick it
wanting to talk
off.
about that.
Kick it off.
Like, like,
See, that's why.
what do y'all
We
think
tell
about the
people to come
Jay?
up here. Go ahead.
What did y'all think about Jay-Z getting tramped up in it? And then now they saying that his relationship with the NFL is still tight.
From what I saw, his name was mentioned, but I didn't really hear details like I heard about some other people. There's this one YouTube page that I follow, and they read like every at least like once a day he read like certain pages. So like Trump and some other like I forgot I can't think of his name right now. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to write it down when I go back and look at it. They are spoken about a lot when it comes to the things that were being done. Because one of the girls wrote a doc, she kept a diary. So that diary is in certain pages. Was his name mentioned, but it didn't. There was no specifications of what he actually did with these women, like with these younger, well, they're young girls at the time, to them.
Uh,
So yes, his name is mentioned. Yeah, a lot of people's names were mentioned who maybe visited the island, this and the third, but what he did, I don't know, so I can't speculate. Was it just because you had some people that just went but wasn't involved with the girls that we're finding out? But when it comes to the stuff that I heard, down to like Trump and it's like two other like billionaire men, like they were the young girl, the one girl who diary was who was in the files, and they were reading the scripts from her diary. She
mm,
got pregnant quite a few times at like the age of like 16, between the age of like 15 and 17. They took all the kids, whether it was through some type of abortion, and she was saying they were bringing in people from like other countries, and she said all she could feel was metal, and they would like cover her ears and her eyes so she couldn't see, and they would just tell her just listen to the music or something
mm,
like that. And then she was like one time, I guess you know how when you cover your eyes it might be a little openness, and she was like she looked and all she saw was all of this blood, and one time she actually saw the baby, she saw the feet, and she kept
yeah, I heard
asking,
that.
where's my baby, where's my baby? And just she's like they don't she didn't know what they were doing with the babies. So then they were like making them take like plan B's, doing all kinds of stuff. And then there were times where some of the acts that were being done on them, they were biting them on their private parts. And then I think she described one where some of the babies they were taking from the girls, like if they would take them like early or if they were like stillborn or whatever, they were doing stuff with the intestines of the kids. It was real graphic, and it was completely sad and disheartening, and it was like it makes you angry. It's like, but y'all want to y'all still redacting the names of these people. Like, why y'all being redacted? Like they were sending emails and codes. Like all of this stuff was in the paperwork. So yeah, Jay Z name was mentioned. I would like to know what he did. I need some. I need because these people they all need to die slow.
But my opinion with the Jay-Z thing, I think is just y'all just want to throw him under the bus because being honest though, if his name was in it or not, but I don't think he did anything. You know,
Well, see,
I hope
I don't want to
I
cut
hope
you
he
off, Jay. I don't want to cut you off, but hold up before you go ahead say, because before you go ahead and start defending him, let's look at some things here right quick. Because I'm trying to figure out why all of a sudden, Nicki Minaj, she done straddled the fence. No, she done jumped on over the damn fence, just we'll say. Because she kissing Diaper Dunny and all that crazy shit. But now she done bought motherfucking Beyonce and them up in this shit, sacrificing babies and kids and all this kind of shit. So now I'm thinking back to Jay-Z, because Jay-Z was back there with Aaliyah before Dame and all that shit. I don't know if he was back there really messing with her or what was going on, but this had to be after R. Kelly had divorced the girl, because R. Kelly married her first. So now they all knew that she was young and underage. Him and Dame both at the time. So we're not going to exclude nobody. We're not going to accuse nobody, but we ain't going to exclude nobody neither. So now she was still young around them. I think she was what?
16.
Okay, 16, because she was 15. So when R. Kelly married her. Okay, so then you got Jay and Dame, and then Jay fell to the side and started messing with Bay or something like that.
Yeah, no, but no. Before that, it was Foxy.
Foxy was before Aaliyah, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I also remember Beyonce is extremely younger than Jay-Z.
Yeah. But see, that's how come. Go back to the elevator incident with Solange and Jay-Z. You remember that incident back when that happened?
Yeah.
Okay. Now they really quiet that real quick, because see, it was something that Jay-Z was doing that Solange didn't agree with, and they got to arguing about it on that damn elevator.
Yeah.
So now you gotta keep looking at this guy here. He's in the shadows and all this shit. I mean, I was back in the day when his little shit came out, the Reasonable Doubts and all that shit, and 99 Problems and all that crap and shit. I mean, and then with Bun B and them and Big Pimpin' and all that, all through all that stuff, the Hard Knock Life. But I mean, he
wasn't perfect.
Yeah, nobody really. I mean, and then all of a sudden he done jumped up here to being Zillionaire, because I mean, you kicked Dame to the curb because Dame was on some dumb shit. Dame's still on some dumb shit, but you kicked him to the curb. You kicked the rest of them up, Benny Siegel and all them guys to the curb and shit, just so you can go ahead up on your own and do what you gotta do and all this shit. You play the motherfucking rotten games. You was connected with P. Diddy too. You was with Diddy. Nobody, you gotta keep all these dots connected. And see, old girl, she was telling you about these motherfuckers, Jaguar, and nobody wanted to pay attention to her. She been telling motherfuckers about these motherfuckers. I'm saying, hey, it's revelation time. Everybody can't keep living. You can't keep living in the Bible and don't believe that revelation is gonna come. Read everything in the Bible, believe everything in the Bible until you get to Revelation, then you stop. No, it's time for revelations, and people are just being revealed.
Yeah, because he
and no one don't like it, but these are people. This is what God says about idolaters and all that shit. Idols. You're making idols of these people. What? These motherfuckers are human. They ain't no motherfucking more special than you or me. They just getting paid for the shit that they do. The people that back them to do the shit that they do. Them motherfuckers been rotten from day one in this industry shit, because they all belong to that shit, that secret society shit. You got to get up in there. Not all of them, but just the ones that get that superstardom. That superstardom. Because they got to sacrifice a whole lot to get there.
Yeah, because he said in his rap. He said in his rap when he shot his brother. And then he said, I mean, a couple of records, if y'all really a fan. I'm not defending him, but he got a lot of dirt. He, especially the one where 2 months ago, about the young man that said that's his father. You know, he wanted a DNA test, and the DNA test, he just want a test. He don't say he don't want his money. He just want to know if he was his father. So that died down, and then it popped up last week that the court system granted Jay-Z to sue the woman that was taking care of him. Now he got to pay what? I'm gonna guess around about 140, 100, 140K. They got to pay Jay-Z that money, and but the mother was underage when Jay-Z had sex with her, and then she wound up missing, and then she wound up being dead. So yeah, I don't know. It's some dirt, but everything in that files, I really want to see the files because they said it's a lot more. It's like 300 million. They said that 3 million
Three
pages.
million
It's
pages.
3 million, but it's still more. But there's still names of people that's redacted from the files. Which, when I watched a session today about the Epstein files, they were talking about that. So they have some amendments coming where they want to hold the judges accountable because that was the names were not supposed to be redacted, only the victims, but a lot of the victims' names are being put out there for everybody to see, but they're still protecting people. But to go back to Jay Z, there always been rumors around about him. But when he got to that billionaire status, you got to think most of them were who were going, and they all protect each other because they had money and they had the power. And so a lot of things was being moved around. They cool with the judges, they cool with all of these people. So that's been going on. But then think about it, him and Diddy was cool. I mean, you seen one,
Yeah.
you seen the other, but when that stuff starts coming out with Diddy and him going to court, then you started to see he started to distance himself. The same thing like he did with Kanye when Kanye started having
Like,
his public episodes or whatever. Because if you notice, Kanye been quiet for like a year. He been quiet. He been quiet for like a year. But at the same time, just to get into that, I don't think he's completely innocent, but I don't think his stuff came out yet. But what everybody said, and I think he knows his time is coming because even still, some of his interactions, and I'm probably reading too much into it because I know we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. But some of the interactions with him and Beyonce have been extremely different.
yes, I heard
You
about
know,
that.
so it's I think it's a lot more to it than not, but I just don't think that came out yet. But let his name attached to some of those crimes or what was going on with them people or what was going on them yachts and all of this stuff. Because I think people still going to the freaking island.
Yeah, yeah, they should. I seen a YouTuber, and he was on the boat. He said he was gonna go on the prop, but he said when he went there, there's people there, like people are really on the island.
Epstein there.
I don't think I've seen dead.
Yeah, he on the island. Um, and that's uh I personally am probably one of the very few people looking at them files because I don't like the mockery behind it. They talking about adults, celebrities, famous people, uh saying minors, right? And this country, the world, to be honest, got a thing about, taking advantage of the children. And everybody get away with it. And I don't like how the victims seem to be the problem when this shit and it happens every time. It does not matter. These people are taking advantage of people. Like we talking about Epstein. Elvis was a pervert
Yeah.
and he is still the king to people. I can imagine the amount of shit that Hugh Hefner would be going through right now. There's a documentary on unalive Playboy bunnies. This thing is a cycle that keep going on and on and on, but it touched something different. I don't have kids, but it's like when it comes to kids, why y'all play around with this? You feel me? Y'all redacting people, the people who are doing things, defendants, redacting defendants, and showing the victims' names. People killing themselves, people you know how much like guts it takes to admit some stuff when you think you are completely defeated, to tell people that someone took advantage of you. You know the mental stuff that them people probably was going through, the type of Like, it's people not listening. And you know what the country doing? Making a mockery out of that shit. You know how them people probably feel, how every single one of them victims probably feel like shit. And any victim that's not involved in this particular, but any victim, this just set victims back. And it set victims back every time they do this. They do it all the time, but it's so disturbing to know that the rich prey on the children the way they do and willing to do anything to cover it up.
I agree.
Well,
I
you
ain't
know,
waiting on them damn files. They ain't gonna give them to them. Just waiting for the people to get locked the fuck up for it.
And that's what this lady was saying. It was a black lady. I was watching the session because the hearing for what's her name? What's the lady name? I
Come
think
on,
she's
this
supposed to be testifying in like 2 weeks. So they gonna question her. I think they gonna have Jasmine question her. But anyway, it was another black lady to piggyback on what Jude said. She said everything Jude just said. She was like, because she want the judges and everybody to be held accountable. Because she was like, it's not. She was like, y'all still protecting these people who did these heinous crimes in this modern day sex trade. And then she was saying, what about the victims? She was like, do you know how much it had to take for them to come forward and say that this was done to them? Because they had a whole thing where they had to go before and have their own hearing where they talked and they voiced their opinion because they want justice. So she was saying, but to have this conversation and y'all still leaking their names, redacting stuff, and you still covering for and she said it, your friends in these higher offices and hold these seats and got these big accounts. Justice needs to be done for them. She was like, so what happens to them? Because she was like, it's like y'all clouting their voice and you still not protecting the victims. You're exploiting them. And that's pretty much what's happening.
sometimes I think the judges are like judges, what they call them, prosecutors, all them. I think they all in it.
They all in the foul.
They all
That's
into
and
it.
that's what the lady was
They got
saying.
a
She
fair
said
case.
she want the judges who, because it had to go before the judges, and then they the ones who was supposed to go through and make sure the victims were protected or certain things that had to do with children things. Those are the things supposed to be blacked out. But there were certain emails and other documents that were released, and she brought it to the forefront. She said, "Why are their names not put out there? We need their names too. They need to be held accountable. They need to, we need to get justice for the victims." She mainly spoke on behalf of victims need to be protected because I think she works with like with um with women and men who've been trafficked or who've been assaulted. So she was like speaking up for them, and she was saying how much bravery it took for them to even come forward, for the ones who came forward, because it's probably a whole lot more, and a lot of them were unalive during that time, fooling with them. And the one that was very descriptive was the one who kept a diary. And I don't know if she's still alive, but I think she is. But yeah, she said everything that you said, and I 100% agree. My thing is, don't say you're gonna put out something and you still protecting them. But what I think it also exposes is, in this country, one, we know children are not safe. Look how many children in our communities been kidnapped every day by the dozens, and nobody's talking about them. Where them kids at? So the same thing that's happening over there, like they was going from country to country, scouting children to take. Because in other countries they just wanted to come to America and thinking they're gonna live this good life, but
Paying the price.
you bringing them here for right for this particular purpose. So I'm looking at it like the children are not protected. Like, look at the laws. Look how much time if a person does something to violate a child, they get the less time ever. But let you get caught with a bag of weed. You
You
only
get
get a couple years. But a pedophile, all they gotta do is register. And half of them don't even register. Then depending on who you are, like we already see, if you got a couple dollars and they all running their same networks, they paying each other off and sweeping it under the rug. Children are not safe. The vulnerable are not safe.
y'all gotta remember though, even before, probably more so before Elvis, that you had Jerry Lee Lewis and them. You had Woody Allen. Woody Allen left the fucking country, motherfucker. Roman Polanski, motherfuckers like that. Like you say, Hugh Hefner. All them motherfuckers mess with them little young girls. I mean, that shit goes back so far with these motherfuckers. And then it found its way into the black community as well. It found its way into our community as well. Hold up. It found its way into our community as well because you had grown men getting little teen girls pregnant. I told y'all about this. So, I mean, it found its way into our community as well. And the motherfuckers act like it didn't happen. Like, oh, it's all right. I mean, how was that all right? Nobody spoke up against it. But the shit was going on right in our own community. So I'm just saying, this country protects motherfuckers like that. It's some kind of organization for these motherfuckers where they protect it. Because they don't get time that they deserve. They should have their motherfucking necks cut off. They should get snipped. Like you said, that's what they should have done to them, get snipped. Motherfucker, you really castration, I know. No, I'm just thinking about the Django. But yeah, it should be snipped, hung upside down and snipped and bled like a damn pig. But anyhow, the shit's been going on. And the reason that they accidentally revealed the victims' names was so they can go ahead and cover some more of these guilty motherfuckers' names. They go way back that Epstein was connected to. And they connected to these motherfuckers over here, and these motherfuckers connected to these motherfuckers over here, and they all know their asses caught up in that motherfucking jam, and they don't want to be caught up. So motherfuckers gonna be disappearing.
But
I don't know what truth behind it about Jay-Z leaving the country. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not gonna defend them, I'm not gonna accuse them, but you better keep your eye on them because, I mean, for somebody to move the way that you move with the people that you call yourself being down with to help out, that was what you built your Rockefeller up and shit, you just cut them people off, straight off, and went all about yourself and just, I mean, and somebody said yeah, being quiet for a year. Yeah, I'd be quiet too if I was a billionaire one day and then the next day I'm not. I'd be quiet too. What the fuck did I do when I lost my billionaire status like that? I fucked up. So yeah, I'd be quiet too and just hope I can get my motherfucking shit back together. But these motherfuckers got to
apologies. He came the first time you heard him speak. He gave an apology to the Jewish community, and then he apologized for something else. It's completely a completely different outlook. I don't know what they did to him, but yeah,
they took that billionaire status from him. And I mean, he was a billionaire one day, at least a week, I think, something like that.
Yeah, he lost his sponsor. He lost Adidas sponsorship. That was the biggest.
Because he started saying anti-Semitic things and offended the Jewish community, so they snatched everything. That's what did it. And the next thing you know, he started wearing the Ku Klux Klan stuff, the KKK gear, and I was like, oh yeah, he done lost his rabbit ass mind.
Yeah,
but I got a question.
Him and Northwest performing on the stage like me and Ivy.
But I got a question. That lady mother that got kidnapped from the news thing. I think she had something. I don't know, because remember when Donald Trump said he was going after the media, them newscast people, because you know Shari, I don't know the girl name, Shari, Jennifer Hudson, all them about their show's about to get canceled. Then this lady's mother's wound up disappearing. Can't find out where she at. She lost her shoe or something. They can't find her.
They still ain't found her yet?
Nah, they said she walked out. This the funny thing though. But they saying they saw her on the camera. But then, I was like, damn, you saw her on the camera, but she had no shoes on her feet. And I kind of think all that's linked up to something with Donald Trump doing. Because remember, he said he was going to get some news people back from all the stuff that he did to him. But this lady mother wound up missing. And then Jennifer Hudson's show will be canceled in a couple weeks. And Shari's show will be canceled. And I think The View, too. All these shows going to be canceled.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about the Vic,
Kimmel.
but
Ain't he
I know
doing Jimmy Kimmel? Or was it the
I
other
don't
one?
think he can touch them. But it's a lot of shows that's going to be
Thank
canceled.
you.
Black
No, it's
shows.
Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
Him. Yeah.
Wow, man. I'm just like, I don't know.
But I wouldn't be surprised if all of them be over there in Bali with Russell.
But
Because
Russell
then
Simmons,
somebody just go over there with Russell. Who just went over there? Somebody just went over there to Bali.
you talking about Aaron Hall?
Yeah, didn't he go over there?
He probably is. he won it.
Somebody
They
went over there. But all of them probably going to be over there with Russell soon. I wouldn't be surprised if Russell probably building a community for them. Because he
yeah,
will
he got the
never
money.
come back to America. Because yeah. But I
But
think stuff like that, you should be able. I don't. It shouldn't be no safe zone. If y'all can go, if we can send our military to other countries to assassinate and to take shit and to do all kinds of stuff, y'all can go over there and get them and bring their ass back.
Go and get who?
Russell and them.
Yeah, Russell. When they try to flee so they can run away, like Russell running away from like rape charges and everything else.
Yeah,
They
and
didn't
then
go get Woody.
what's his
They ain't go
ex-wife
get
name?
Woody. I keep telling y'all, Woody left the country. They didn't go get his ass.
Who, Woody Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
I
y'all
thought
can
he
go
came
with
back.
everybody else.
No, Woody ain't came back. That mother ain't coming back to this country. He know he a motherfucking petty little blah, 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 blah. He know he's a whoa. They don't like Woody got away. Woody look like Woody a motherfucking woodpecker on their ass, but he done dipped on their motherfucking ass. Little petty foul. Boy.
That's they've been looking for Aaron Hall for about 4 weeks now.
He probably at the bottom of this ocean somewhere.
He got a warrant, all that stuff on him. They said because that somebody came out and said he raped her, she raped him or something. I don't know. But
He probably at the bottom of the ocean.
Aaron Hall. Aaron Hall is one guy that's going to tell you who he fucked or what he did, what he did to a person, and he'll say it on the interviews and stuff because that's the kind of person he is. But
That's what I'm saying.
I
And
mean,
that's how he got caught up.
yep, he got caught up after he said. Matter of
Trying
fact,
to
after he
brag on his stand.
Coco, after he said it, after he said, "Yeah, I got him," he was talking about all the fights he had. He had a fight with somebody, and he said that exact moment, like she know I had this and that. Next thing you know, 2 weeks later, he has a charge. You got to be
No,
careful
but
what
he
you
was
say.
talking about how he dominate women
Yeah,
doing.
how he beat.
And
Yeah,
you pretty much once told on yourself. Then they started like coming forward. But even still, with all of that, like it's sickening. That's all I can say. It's just
They can
sickening.
make motherfuckers disappear now. Don't think they don't make people disappear. Just like old boy disappeared out there in the middle of nowhere, out there in the middle of the ocean nowhere. Brian Williams, he disappeared out there. His brother and them just made him disappear. Aaron Hall, ain't nobody seen his ass or nothing. Somebody, if you going somewhere, somebody gonna see you somewhere. You ain't gonna just get ghosts. Now everybody know where everybody else at. They know where Russell were at. They know where Woody Allen at. Like I said, they know these guys at all over these places. If he anywhere, somebody know where he at. I'm telling y'all,
That's just
somebody
like
got
when
here.
you going on Zoom calls and FaceTime and people like
Shit.
maybe you don't want to be an entertainer. Maybe
Them
you don't want to be
mother-
in the entertainment business.
Some people like to stay hidden too. I don't want to be found.
Yep.
You know, but my opinion on the kidnapping. First of all, since we on the topic of kidnapping, where is the goddamn oil?
Oh,
All right,
that Trump took.
yeah,
Didn't he just
yeah,
send oil somewhere though? I think he
That's
yeah.
was
in his
trying to
account.
negotiate oil with another
That's
country.
that's that was my question. But I just since we talking about stealing and kidnapping,
Yeah, that's in his account.
where's the oil?
He
Because
got
I
his
mean,
money.
but
He got his money for it.
in my crime analysis, hold up, I got belch. Excuse me. In my crime analysis, from my expertise from Crime TV University,
Another 48
I
hours.
I agree with you. You feel me? No. Forget for 48 hours is like 48 hours. No, I'm talking about like serious investigation. You feel me? When we sit there solving the crime together, where you ain't never see like what's that one? The CCTV one where man,
Yes,
oh my god, what's it called? I forgot. Anyway,
yes.
split second. You could miss it, but the guy like kind of ran by and kidnapped the girl like and it was like he was like a flash for real. I swear. Anyway, CCTV. From this
Watch
case, right,
that.
with my expertise and me
CCTV.
watching this shit happen all the time on these kind of shows that they
Hmm.
be showing people how to do shit like this. Um, it's a family member, but you're right. You know, it's probably a family member who fa- the family members, they be crazy. You feel me? You ain't never see homicide for the holiday. They be kidnapping grandmothers and all that. Times is hard. Insurance policies is up. They rich.
But
I'm
then again,
telling
you're
you.
right.
But you said something. You said something that's been on my nugget. The fucking government ain't to be played with. Donald Trump been standing on business and not. He ain't been keeping his word, but when it's time to be petty, he is ready to be petty. He is definitely 100% ready to be petty. Absolutely. He sees the opportunity like it seems like he might got a little black in him. And he might not like that, but he probably do
Now you
because he
got 10%,
he
boy.
he never sees the opportunity to be like, you know what? I ain't do it. I know I said I was gonna do this, but I'm definitely gonna do this shit to show you niggas that I'm not playing with you motherfuckers for real. I feel like yeah, he could have probably had somebody, and I'm not saying he did because he could have not, but the government, man, they put that on the documentaries too. They more corrupt than anybody. They will kidnap your family member and have them, you know, in a government facility out there, send a search party looking for your ass, and then hey, you come up in a lake some goddamn where. They will do that, but so will a cousin on hard times, grandkids, a child, a son that came home for the fucking holiday, and I don't like the way the potato salad tastes, so I'm going to unalive the whole goddamn family because I got a disagreement with one fucking person. You feel me? I don't like the way. I'm telling you, it is some foul shit with that. I'm waiting to see, and I hope that she is okay. Because a
Yeah.
lot of those stories when they be preying on a lot of people prey on the elderly. You feel me? And that's crazy. Her daughter wasn't there. Nobody was there. Like she was hella vulnerable for real. I would be shocked if it was like a stranger, just came up on the lick for real. But no, I'm guarantee you, man. I'm willing to take a bet to say that's a family member though. That had to be one of them family members did some shit.
Somebody jealous of the daughter. They wanted
Yeah,
some.
somebody.
They
No, but
wanted a.
she right about them. Because I watch a lot of crime network and crime stuff too. Most of the when they show like how they show like the body cams and they actually show the like the doc of the cases. They walk you through it like what happened when they approached like the house and all of this stuff. Most of the ones that I seen, because I remember one day I like binged it. I don't know why. It was like a whole bunch of good ones where they show like when they got the call, the police went to the house. Most of those cases were either a father, a brother, a sister, like somebody in the family will unalive the entire household. So when you went in, all you just seen was like a bloody scene, and they were trying to like solve the case. But the thing was, some of those cases, the actual person who did it was
Carla.
like stolen, and it was like I just don't owe. And then by the time they put two and two together, put your hands behind your back. So it just sheds light on a whole lot of stuff about you can't put past nothing past nobody, and you never know what be going on behind closed doors with people. Because I saw one where it was two brothers. They killed their parents, and the one brother was trying to cover for the other brother and was like, I got you, because he didn't want to leave his brother by because he was always protecting. And he had like a scholarship to play football, like a college university. No, I'm lying. The one was getting ready to go to college. The other one was like, and was going to the Navy or something like that. But come find out, the father used to put hands on them too. So it was like a backstory behind the story. And the one brother, the younger brother, just snapped. But it went into a whole long line of so much detriment that was in this particular family when they was in an interrogating room. And it was kind of like by the time you was like, oh my God, they killed the parents and da 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 da. Because I mean, they like, because you heard the call, because it was like strangling them and stuff. It was crazy because you heard the mother and then you could hear them smothering her through the call. But by the time you went from irate for them, it was like, you get what I'm saying? Because when you have like abusive parents and all of this stuff, and some kids like snap, and it's
Shit,
it's just like
man.
it's just a lot, but it put a lot into it. But I agree with you. A lot of times, families do set up other family members, and then we see in a lot of these movies and TV shows when the government wants something from you and can't get you, they're gonna go for what you love the most, and usually it's your parent, your family member, somebody, your wife, your husband, or somebody, and they give you a call and they tell you where you better come, and you got X amount of time, and they just send you a video, and I mean, yeah, that stuff happens. I'm sorry, Drew. We gonna have to review one.
I was locked up with this guy, and he killed his mom and them behind the Dungeons and Dragon game. I can't remember his name for sure. It was a white guy, and we was at Craggy. And he used to wake up in the night and shit, yelling and having dreams and shit. And I'm saying, man, this motherfucker, it was just, that now, that's something I could never really comprehend. What in the hell, what kind of game you was playing that possessed you to kill your people? I mean,
So listen, he was
that
probably
shit
in
was good.
total game mode, and mom probably came over there and said, "Put that down." And
That
he
was
was
back in the
he was in the
80s.
middle of a battle. It's like I'm joking, but
Yeah,
no, that's
that was back in about 88, 88,
no. You
89.
you know though, sometimes it don't always be intentional on some of those shows. People panic from accidents too. They
Hmm.
be panicking like a mother from accidents, and it end up giving you just as much time as like you sat there and actually thought about it. Because snap people. I'm not going. It's always sad when somebody. Sometimes people snap and things happen. Things. You overreact. You're supposed to really sit back and start to think about things. Sometimes it's too late for some people because now you then, did something, hurt some damn body or killed somebody, but them damn CCT, let me tell you something. I know owls, they be saying owls don't work, but that's because they lazy here. And the cops in America really don't want you to work. They are just as corrupt as the citizens. But in a lot of them places where they do work, that shit either make or break a case on them crime shows. The one case, this guy, like it at first glance, with the situation and the story of everything that he told about his girlfriend, I thought that he murdered her. But if it wasn't for cameras and seeing, where she was, they had to get cameras from like the club, the parking lot. They got camera from the ATM, like camera footage from the ATM, and just because of that, it cleared that man from going to jail for probably murder. And I think about like how many people are also probably innocent from committing the crime, but because cameras wasn't available like how they was not like they are now, he was never able to be
Maybe
proven
cell
innocent.
phone can get you locked up.
Huh?
The cell phone can get you locked up.
Yeah. Yeah, did you it was one of them things now on one of them shows. It showed the girl murdered by the way her phone was moving. It showed like and the killer's phone pinged at the same spot and where her phone was moving from where she started running to where he assaulted her and then ended up dumping her body. His phone pinged the same damn way that her
Mhm.
phone was pinging.
Yeah. Leave
Yeah,
yours at home.
dang. Yeah.
At home. Dang, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I hope they find that lady though. I hope they find her because they ain't found it yet. And usually sometimes that shit they don't be having good outcomes when people be gone for like days and
They
she
said that
old.
they said they found a note, no, a ransom note or something.
See, I ain't gonna lie. I don't be keeping up with
They said it might have
some
been
of the
her
stuff.
brother. They said
Huh?
her brother might have something to do with it.
I said that. Didn't I
That's
say
the
a
last
family
thing I
member?
heard. Yeah. Last thing I heard, they said that it might her brother. But see, that's just speculation. Cause I mean, I didn't know the mother. I didn't know she had a brother. Nobody got family members popping up out of the woodwork now.
Yeah.
So I'm
See,
saying,
They
I
know that
can't.
movie coming.
I gotta watch certain things that I say, but we'll talk off of this good old thing here. But yeah, it's you
Yeah.
know,
It's about
yeah,
I
it's
watch
about
some fucking crime shows, man. American Greed. Sorry,
they
you
still come
see,
on.
no, but you gotta watch the old ones. You
Yeah.
listen, watch that ocean and new shit. This the time to pay attention because a lot of that shit they be rerunning that shit for a reason.
Yeah.
To create a killer. They be always talking about to catch a killer or something, but they also had a documentary to show, if you want to get people to believe stuff or, to create a certain kind of person, you keep putting certain kind of things in the TV. So if y'all are sick of crime, why the fuck is it like a million serial killer or murder documentaries? And it's a lot of child SA in a lot of these TV shows. There was a show and a few of the shows where the roles are cast for adults to mess with high school children,
mm,
like high school kids. Though I think they got better with this, but I don't know. But it's starting to be put out there more too, because of all these people being accused of stuff, but about how people are young, more so females speaking up. And that's another thing, because I know a lot of these men, we find out that a lot of the young boys were also taken advantage of too. I don't want to take away from none of that, because a victim is a victim.
Yeah.
But it's more of it got to be devastating on either end. But it's like the way they try to, like, they cast these young girls, teenage girls, to play like roles where they be having their first kiss and shit with a grown fucking man and shit like that, like that. The more you finding out about this shit, I don't like nothing about it. So I ain't even gonna lie, I pay attention to as much as I can take, because there's something about it that really grossed me out to know that these things that they are talking about is about children. I don't feel comfortable at all. I don't feel comfortable about it when it's any victim, but it bothers me. Like it makes me cringe to know that it's even up for discussion on innocent or guilty when we talking about children. People that you can prove that these grown ass people, and it's not just men. I wait till they start announcing some of the females that probably participated in some of this shit. You feel me? But
told you.
it's just crazy for real. Like, these are kids. Why is it even up for fucking debate? And the fact that the kids are so expendable, it says a lot about how they feel about us.
What
That
I,
Jaguar been telling us? What Jaguar been telling us? I've been telling y'all that woman knew her shit. She knew her shit about them people.
hold
shit.
up, hold up, Paul. Not just Jaguar. Wendy Williams been saying it too.
Well, yeah, Wendy too.
Yeah,
She been calling Puffy out a long time ago.
she was. She was.
Now she's sick. Something ain't right with her. Yeah, because
Yeah.
y'all gave her something.
Puppy try to give it. Diddy try to give it to every fucking body. For real, if people paid attention to him. His
Yeah.
time was coming. Cause he damn sure try to get rid of everybody.
You know though, but it's like society. It's like some. It's just the point that. Oh no, yeah, Paul, you had said something was like about the men messing the it transferred over to the black people. But it was it didn't. It was always there because as far as back into the king and queen stages, 8 days. For some reason, once a girl reached her period, then she was old enough to get married. And then because if once you start learning, once the more I'm looking into them Victorian days, and the Greek era and whatever, all that old shit, it's always been a thing to marry young girls off to older men because it's a childbearing age thing. Like people been being married off in other countries here. Well, back in the what is it, colonial days, whatever. People been doing that since for fucking ever. The shit didn't even really become illegal to start dating younger people to like maybe like a few like couple years ago, for real. And that's shit's crazy. A lot of shit really didn't start happening until like a lot of shit really not even 100 years old. That's the sick part about it.
A lot of shit older than that. Because that's you think back to when they was getting married to back during the slavery days. So now you gotta realize that somewhere along the way they stopped getting married though, and older man kept getting younger girls pregnant,
Yeah.
and they stopped getting married off because nobody was forcing them to get married. They just moved their way on. So now things changed over, but it's still I'm just saying it's
It's
been there
nasty.
forever. And I mean they got people trying to fight for the right now to get them as young as 13 and stuff. So I mean they just
Because
there's a bunch of their
they
asses getting locked up though too. I'm telling you, because every time you look on the damn news on my BBC News, it's a bunch of these motherfuckers getting locked up. They're all connected to Trump in some kind of way, the Republican Party. They all have some kind of position. And they all getting popped in the motherfucking head. So the dominoes starting to fall. And everybody gonna keep telling on each other. And they all gonna go down, and they all gonna get revealed. I keep telling people it's about revelations. Everybody wants to read the Bible, but they want to stop at Revelations. Why? It's like Revelations don't belong there. I mean, y'all took other parts of the Bible out, but you can't take the end of it out. That's anticlimactic. No, 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 no.
they
Get on
wanted to
over to
scare
Revelation.
everybody.
Get on over to Revelation so you can see what's going on. Cause see, everybody's gonna be revealed for what they are. Eventually, you can't just keep hiding up underneath the sheet, even though the sheets are invisible now. You can't keep hiding up underneath the sheet, and that's for nobody. So, yeah.
Right.
Wait a minute, y'all. I'm sorry, we out of time. I got caught up into something. I'm sorry, we got ended.
Yeah, you
But
got 2 minutes.
thank you, J Bay, for joining. Thank you, Marina, Lamont, Daytrick, and all for comments and everything like that. So we will see you guys on Monday. We'll be back. We're gonna do the Q&A on Monday. So I'll be posting for people to like they can send their questions, or if anybody send y'all questions, you can just keep them and hold on to them, and we can answer them all on Monday. But we'll have Q.
Yeah,
So
man.
thank you guys. I'm sorry, but we'll be back on Monday.
All right, see you Sunday. Go Seahawks.